So we're going to do what we can do. Um, but I will be saying no to things. Just know. Just know that I will be saying no to things so that I can say yes to make sex with me. To make sex with you, really. Um, and what else? I already did that. Okay, so let's take a fake pause for our sponsor this week, which is boop boop beep boop beep boop boop boop. I'm just gonna start making up sponsors. Like I'm just gonna, or I'm either gonna write really funny fake sponsor ads, or I'm going to just start saying that so and so is a sponsor when they're not. I think that's illegal, probably. I'm just gonna be like, instead of sponsors, we'll just do like recommendations. We'll be like, this is my favorite lube. You guys should try it. I don't think that it's 100% safe to use. Well, it's olive oil, so it's probably safe to put in your urethra. But I guess not if you have like an allergy to olives or something like that. I don't know if anybody's allergic to olives. Um, and I'm not even saying it's the best lube. It's just what I have. Also, I don't know if you know this. God, I just went from like a what if and it just became real. What the fuck? Um at the grocery store, you can buy tiny little bottles of olive oil. Like literally they're like 3 inches tall. And it's like $3 or something. Um and it fits perfectly in a handbag. Just so you know. Just a little bit of olive oil. Lasts pretty long. And it's natural. It's natural. So, yeah. I've used coconut oil. I've used jojoba oil. It's a little thicker, maybe. I used a lot of natural oils. I really like silicone, not silicone. I like silicone lubricants, but I guess that's okay, right? I didn't know this. I've been watching a lot of like plastic surgery shows and shit like that. Silicone is not so bad for you. Because I used to think, like, how can I use silicone lubricant? How can you put that inside a butt? Or how can that get in your pee hole? Isn't this like plastic? Isn't this like bad for you? Um, I guess it's not as bad as you might think. I still used it. It's like the best lube. And it will deteriorate your condoms. But it's like, it's pretty great. Can we talk also? Can I be completely random? I don't know why. I don't know why this is my segue. Today at work, a 15-year-old boy talked to me like he was a 35-year-old man and was like, "Oh, what's your name?" And I was just like, Drue." And he was like, "Oh, hi, Drue. My name is blah blah blah." And he was just like, he like wouldn't stop talking to me, and he like was just like, it was weird. This kid was just like, um, just seemed really confident. And when he left, I looked at my coworker and I said, I hope he never kills anybody. And she didn't really understand that because I don't think anyone knows as much about serial killers as I do, in my workplace at least. But so yeah, that happened today. Weird segue. How did I go from lube to that? That's not okay. All right, guys. This is what we're going to talk about today. Okay, this is the majority of our episode. It is, if you haven't guessed it, this is a just me episode. It is going to be a full length because it's our first episode, and I want to give you a big, long, hard episode. So here you go. I want to talk about like what I've been feeling in this new year, other than being super smart and like wanting to be paid more and like wanting to fight for, you know, getting paid a livable wage, getting enough hours at my job so that I don't have to have a second job, like things like that, right? Um, being given work that is actually challenging and enjoyable, like not just like over and over and over again the same thing and just like ugh. And being filled with that feeling of like I'm not getting anything done. Nothing's changing. Nothing's new, right? Okay, I went on a tangent again. That's not even what I want to talk about. But I am having a lot of feelings. I'm feeling really like romantic-y kind of. And actually, like, I want to do an episode real soon. Just talking about boys because they're so yummy. All of the boys that I'm interested in are they are younger than me though. They're in their 20s. Um, but some of them are like in their 30s. Here's the deal, okay? If I could find a motherfucker who wasn't married with children in his 30s around here, I would fucking date him. I would. Or like he didn't have some crazy baggage or terrible hair, I would fucking date him. Okay? Hair's not that important, but there's that that's there's more to that story. Um that's not what I'm finding. I'm finding unmarried young people are in like their middle to late 20s. That's what I'm finding. And I'm finding men who are very old. And some of those men are very sexy, but the old sexy men are taken. Even the old sexy men are taken. Um I used to get I used to be like sexy with old sexy men who were taken. And then they'd be like, "Oh, I got a wife." And I'd be like, "Oh, I'm sure you do." Um, but I like still want to suck your dick because, I don't give a shit. I don't really like you that much. I just want to suck your dick. And you want me to, and then you can go be married still. It doesn't no skin off anyone's back, right? Um, but there's no more to that. That was I don't know where I went with that. Somebody just texted me when I was talking about that, and I lost interest in what I was saying in the middle of what I was saying. You know how that happens. Um, so I've had a hard time of it, guys. I mean, one of the reasons why I started the podcast was because um, I wanted to have an outlet, and I wanted to talk about sex, and I wanted to like meet more sexy people, and whatever. I guess trying to create something where nothing existed, and um, I'm sure that having this podcast has I almost said fucked my brain. No, not that's not what I wanted to say. Has stimulated my brain in a lot of really good ways. It has. I mean, I'm mostly like I'm just passionate about podcasting now, right? It hasn't gotten me laid, however. It's never once got me laid. Although a lot of times I'll be like talking to guys who want to hook up, and I will mention I have a podcast and they all really like that. And then in my mind I literally go, okay, so I'm gonna hook up with this guy, and then I wonder if he'd like to be on the show. Like, and I'm almost like, okay, maybe I just won't hook up with him, and he can be on the show. Like, would I rather have just like a really good guest on the show, or do I want to get laid? So now I don't know, I think my interests have changed a little bit. I do want to get laid, although I have been watching way too much porn. I just like I'm kind of sick of that. Um, I'm sick of like masturbating and coming and then just being like, oh, I gotta find something to wipe this on. And then like getting out of bed without dripping cum everywhere. And then going to my closet to get like a rag and then like throw it in the hamper and then get back in bed. And you're like, oh God, am I still gonna drip a little bit? Or am I gonna pee in my bed? Or no, well, I'm not gonna pee in my bed. I'm not like on drugs, but like, just like the whole hassle, the whole thing. It's not a hassle, but it's the whole fucking thing. It's over and over and over again the same thing. Feeling a little bit like I want something new, want something fresh, something exciting. I'm feeling romantic-y. Okay. I really want like a friends with benefits situationship, or like I want like a boyfriend or like something. I don't need to get married. I want someone to be cute with and cuddly with, and um it would be nice to have like something like lovey, but I don't know. I guess I'm going to be here for a little bit while longer. I'm going to be trying to figure out how to support myself and produce a podcast and get a master's degree.